did I imagine that in the middle of a pandemic that I would be moving to Nashville, Tennessee. Thank you. Listen, that's very kind of you to cheer for that. Because I am well aware that people from Nashville do not like Californians moving here. And hey, I get it. Me either. Let's cut it off after me. This is getting ridiculous. House prices are through the roof. Traffic is insane. This is not the Nashville I remember moving to. Learning a lot being a California girl living in the South, because it's different here. I've learned when I go to a restaurant, if I order an iced tea, it automatically comes with 3 pounds of sugar in it. Y'all call that sweet tea. We call it diabetes. Learning a lot. Very simple things, like when I'm in Los Angeles, if I go to a store and they're like, can I help you find anything? I'm like, I'm okay. And if I'm feeling really friendly that day, I'm like, I'm okay, thanks. That's it. That's where it ends. Then I got to Nashville. I'm at TJ Maxx one day. I can hear the ladies in the row next to me. Can I help you find anything? I'm all right, but thank you so much for asking. It's my pleasure. It's a beautiful day outside. Yes, it is, but they say it's gonna rain about 3 o'clock. Make sure you get home before the traffic is gonna be a mess. Bless your heart. I was like, ooh, I don't know if I have energy for the South. I don't know how to do it. Like, who stops talking first? Then I look around the corner and neither one of them even worked there. And then somebody told me this. They were like, hey, when people say bless your heart, they can mean it in a good way or a bad way. And I was like, what? Like, how you do a bad bless? And they're like, no, trust me, sometimes that's not what they mean. So now, anytime somebody tells me bless your heart, just to be safe, I reply with, bless your heart. Yeah, I wish you would bless my heart. Bless it again, go ahead. It's kind of like the old fighting words at church. I'ma pray for you. Oh, that's funny, because I'm already praying for you. Yeah, you been on my prayer wall. About to lay hands on you too, say I won't. Learning a lot. When we first got to Nashville, we were trying to figure out what part of the city we wanted to live in. Like, where do we fit in? Where do we vibe with? Finding out this county has good schools, this county doesn't. This county believes in COVID, this county doesn't. Where do we fit? And I would tell my friends, I'd be like, hey, I want to live somewhere where I could get a lot of land. And they're like, okay, you want to head south. I'm like, okay, cool. But I also don't want my neighbor to be racist, so how far south? You know what I mean? Like, are we talking Franklin or Pulaski? Like, how far? Because when you get to the deep, deep south, it's scary. I've seen movies. I'm not trying to do that. I mean, if they have a TJ Maxx there, I will pray about it. And I'm a good neighbor. Like State Farm, I'm there. I love my neighbors. I'm the one that has everybody's phone number. And if I haven't seen you in a while, I will send you a text. Are you good? Do I need to do a welfare check? I got your back. Because I love my neighbors. Every holiday season, I'm gonna get my neighbors a gift. Not the whole neighborhood, just the houses I can see from a front window. Because I love my neighbors, as long as they love me. And I know that's not how the Bible verse goes. But that is my interpretation. This is not the New King James Version. This is a new Queen Anjelah version. This is Anjelah 5:14. Do unto me as you want to get done. That's how you say amen in my Bible. You could come to my Bible study. It's on Tuesdays. Learning a lot. One thing I learned right out the gate is allergies are a whole different beast in the South. Because when I live in Los Angeles, we don't really get all the seasons. We get summer and fire. So Zyrtec works just fine there. Then I get here, come to find out, Zyrtec lost their subscription or something. It did not work. One day I went to pour the Zyrtec pill in my hand and the wind just blew it off. It was like, don't bother. It's so fun waking up every morning playing COVID or allergies. You guys know that game? Where you wake up in the morning and your sinuses are doing a weird thing, and you're like, wait a minute, hold on. Am I dying or did I have dairy? Can I taste anything? Give me some peanut butter. Can I taste? I was actually really lucky. For the first 2 years, I did not get COVID at all. And then earlier this year, she got me, little hoe. She gets around that one. At this point, I know more people who have had it than who have not had it. I know people who've had it with no symptoms whatsoever, and I know people personally who have passed away from it, so my heart goes out to anybody here who has lost somebody from COVID. I've been tested for it many times, and the first time I got tested, my friends tried to warn me about it. They were like, yo, it's intense, and it actually wasn't that bad, probably because they let me do it myself. Yeah, they gave me the Q-tip. And they're like, okay, you want to go all the way in your sinuses? And I was like, okay. Sure. How about I just put it in my nostril and I wiggle it a lot? Can you test boogers? I'll give you some of those. The second time I got COVID tested, the nurse did it, and he went all the way up in there to where like my eyelids started closing. I was like, whoa, you're manually closing my eyelid. He's like, it's not that far up there. I was like, nah, bro, you're in my brain. Like, you're giving basic commands at this point. Like, if I punch you, it's not my fault, you did it. He's like, well, I'm sorry. I was like, no, don't apologize. Just while you're up there, do you mind scraping out some of my childhood trauma? That'd be great. Could you imagine if that was a real option? Get your childhood trauma scraped out with a COVID test. You'd catch me at the CVS pharmacy drive-thru like once a week. They're like, can we help you? Hi, I'm here for my COVID test. Also, when I was 8, my mom forgot me at the store. Another thing I've learned living in the South is the bugs are bigger. Y'all got some Nashville geographic stuff happening here. Like in California, we have bugs, but our bugs are killing. Then I get to Nashville. I went to get in my shower one morning. There was a spider in my shower. Now this spider was so big, I thought I was interrupting him. I did. I went to open the shower curtain. I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I didn't know anybody was in here, my bad. He was big and he was furry too. Yeah, I didn't know if I should brush it or smush it. I didn't know. He was so furry, he had dander. Ew. I need my Zyrtec pill just for the spider dander. I was like, sir, the Head and Shoulders is right there. Help yourself. If I ever have to kill a spider that big, I am morally conflicted. Because at that point, that's a pet. Put a collar on that thing, that's Bubba. Bubba had plans that day. He was just getting started, he's in the shower. That's messed up. If you ever have to kill a spider that big, you could hear the crunch. And if you hear the crunch, you know that thing had a soul. That's messed up. I used to kill any spider or bug that was around me because I don't like bugs at all. But over the past couple of years, I have this newfound respect for nature and insects. So now, if I ever see a spider in my house, what I like to do is scoop it up in a container, take it outside, throw it in a bush, and then immediately go like this. But if I'm left with no choice and I have to kill a spider, I now like to start with an apology. Listen, sir. I know you weren't expecting this today. I'll be honest, neither was I. Truth is, I don't know you. You could be poisonous and you could kill me. So at this point, it's either me or you. And I have chosen you.
And I've been visiting places. I actually went to a farm festival here in Illinois, a little bit south here, in Millstadt, Illinois. And it was cool. They had all this farm stuff. There's like 1,000 people there. I took my niece. It was cool. We did farm stuff. Like we went in a corn maze. It was tough. You know, it was hard. It was way harder than the cabbage maze. I mean, that was. I can see it all from here. We you know, we sat on a hay bale and watched a country band, and that's the only chairs they have at a farm festival is a hay bale. You know, I felt guilty because, you know, the horse is probably looking at you like, yeah, man, I was gonna eat that. You know, you sit on me all day long, now you want to sit on my food. Anything else you want to sit on? Oh, hey, those are pony rides over there. You want to sit on my kids? Thanks a lot, you jerk. But we're sitting on this hay bale, and this guy comes up. He goes, "They're getting ready to shoot the pumpkin." I don't know what that means, but I'm in. It sounds. They wheel out this giant cannon. It was like a war cannon, and they just put a pumpkin in it, and they shot it far and high and fast and beautiful. Like. I went to the Grand Canyon a couple months ago, and if you haven't been, go, because it's breathtaking. But after about 6 minutes there, I was like, I wish they had a pumpkin cannon. I mean, it's nice and all, but after a while, it's just rocks. I mean, shoot some vegetables. Give me some action. I mean, I'm not a dad. If I was a dad, I would be honest. I'd be, you know, my child was born today. Today was the greatest day of my life, except for when I saw that pumpkin cannon in Millstadt, Illinois. That was way better. That was way better. I would be honest. Dads, whenever dads start talking about the greatest day of their life, they always backtrack, you know? The Cardinals won the World Series. This is the greatest day of my life. You know, except for my wedding day and the birth of my 3 children. That was better, definitely. My wife's not here, is she? At least once I'd like to hear some guy. The Cardinals won the World Series. This is 10 times better than when my stupid kid was born. I mean, I love my kid, but the day he was born, I just met him. I've been a Cardinals fan for 54 years, man. My dad's a big St. Louis Cardinal baseball fan. He loves them, you know. Yeah, I mean, he really likes the baseball, but more importantly, the Cardinals have this promotion where if they score 6 or more runs in a game, he gets his coffee the next day at the gas station for 39 cents. And normally I think it's about 59 cents. So you can see it's very important to him. It's a big part of his life. And we're watching the game one time, and it's late in the game. The Cardinals they're winning like 5-0, and I think like, you know, bottom of the 8th or something. I don't know. And basically they had the game won, but he's locked in because he hadn't gotten his coffee yet. And our best hitter came up and he grounded into a double play to end the inning. And my dad looked at me and goes, "Seems kind of fishy, huh?" Yeah, they're point shaving, Dad. They're point shaving, yeah. Yeah, the Cardinals are in collusion with Mobile on the Run, so you don't save 20 cents on your coffee tomorrow. Like, I would call the FBI, Dad. This has got to go to the top. This is important. This is the next Chicago White Sox scandal. Yeah, my dad, he was a high school wrestling coach. He was my wrestling coach in high school. It was pretty cool because I was like one of the only white guys on the team. And so when your first day of high school, when you're a freshman, you're really nervous and scared. I wasn't, because I knew all the guys on the wrestling team from my dad. I knew Byron Blasingame. He was the toughest guy in the whole school. And he was cool to me. He was really nice to me. Every time he'd see me in the hallway, he'd go, "Lil Warren, where your daddy at? Where your daddy at, Lil Warren?" Like, that was Byron's way of saying hi. Like, he really didn't want to know where my dad was, but I was like a dorky white kid, so I'm like, "I think he's at the bank, Byron." Lil Warren say his daddy at the bank. Like, I got it after a while. Like, I got it. "Where your daddy at, Lil Warren?" "Hi, Byron." Thank God later, like, he really didn't need to know where my dad was. Like, in an emergency, "Lil Warren, the gym on fire. Where your daddy at?" "Where your daddy at, Byron?" I said I'm not a farmer, or I don't know anything about it. I don't know anything about, like, any kind of blue-collar job. I mean, I respect people that work with their hands. I don't know anything about it. I met this guy recently. He goes, "Yeah, I'm an iron worker." I had nothing. I go, "That's just sturdy metal. Done some work with aluminum, foil mostly. Wrapping snacks and stuff like that. You guys got a foil over there and iron? No? Yeah. My dad was a wrestling coach. That's a blue-collar job. My grandpa was a butcher, very blue-collar. I don't know past that. I'm not a big ancestry guy. I mean, I got ancestors. I just don't. I mean, I know my parents. I just don't go that far back. Like, everybody else is into it. All these Ancestry.com commercials. Just some woman, "I thought my whole life I was Norwegian. It turns out I'm Chinese." Well, you should have known. Frankly, I saw right away. I could have told you. You are not Norwegian. I used to wear lederhosen, now I gotta wear a kilt. You don't gotta wear anything, sir. Pants, actually, that's an option. That's what they wear in Germany and Ireland today. You just want to play dress up. Let's not blame your ancestors on it. I mean, the blue collar guys, they're more like, a lot of testosterone. I don't know how much testosterone I have left. I'm starting to get worried. I listen to a lot of sports radio, and that's the only people that advertise on sports radio, the low testosterone clinics. Do you have low T? I don't know. Do you feel as good as you did when you were 24? I don't feel as good as I did yesterday, to be real honest with you. I thought that's the way the world worked. You get a little worse every day, and then you die. I didn't know. It's a pretty serious medical procedure, by the way, to inject your body with hormones. If I'm going to do that, I'm going to go to a place with a serious sounding name, preferably with the word doctor at the front of it. These places have like silly wordplay names like come on down to man's sanity. No, I'm not going there. I'm not getting a transplant at Liverama Fun World either. If I ever hear, hey, do you have high blood sugar? You can't die of these prices. That's also... We have 7 locations. We are glue close to you. Not a farm guy. I'm a suburb guy. I'm a suburb guy. And, I think a lot of people say the suburbs is like a soft life. Like it's easy. It's not. It's tough. There's a lot of tough stuff. I had a problem at the Red Lobster the other day. It was serious. I mean, here's what happened. My waitress thought that I was poor. I'm not, okay? I'm not rich. I'm not gonna stand up here and brag to you guys about how much money I make, but let's just say I can walk into a Red Lobster and get whatever, okay? Like, I'm making that kind of cash. Like, I'm pulling that down. I'm not saying every day, but I'm saying 2-3 times a month I can walk in there, and I'm not looking at the prices, okay? And not just during Lobster Fest. I'm saying on a regular Tuesday, I'm doing fine. And I was wearing like my 3rd best shirt. This is 6. I didn't look poor. Here's what happened. I go, I'll take the trout and I want some asparagus. She goes, oh, sir, asparagus is a premium side. I was like, what does that mean? It's real good? She goes, no, it's extra. I was like, how much? She goes, $1.29. I was like, I can swing it. I mean, I'm gonna have to call my guy. We're gonna have to move some stuff around. Probably put off retirement for a couple years, but I want the asparagus. Matter of fact, I want 3 asparaguses, or three asparagus. What I'm trying to say is I can spare a guy, okay? I got plenty of guys. I'm gonna keep the girls, but I don't like it when they tell you how many sides you can have at the restaurant. I went to this place, I go, I'll take the salmon, I want a baked potato, and I want a sir, you only get 1 side. I get however many sides I say I get. I'm a grown man, all right? I decide the sides. I'm the side decider. I'll make it rain sides up in here. I want all the sides. I want them all twice, okay? I want a baked potato twice. And I'm not talking about a twice baked potato. I want 2 baked potatoes side by side. I want a roast beef sandwich. Sir, that's not a side. Well, then you put it on the side. I call the shots. Yeah.